Bruins are certainly upon us, led by Harry Sinden. The interns of the Iced Igloos tonight are Ed Johnston of the Boston Bruins and the China Wall Johnny Bower for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because it's December 9th, 1967. The 18-year-old Bobby Orr is into his second NHL season and en route to 11 goals and 31 points. Phil Esposito and John Busick will share the scoring leadership on the club with 35 goals apiece. Ron Ellis will enjoy one of his best years with 28 goals this season, and Bob Pulford will hit the 20-goal mark, while 23-year-old Mike Walton will score 30. Mike "Shaky" Walton left Kirkland Lake for a hockey career in Toronto, starring for the St. Michael's Majors, Neil McNeil Maroons, and the Toronto Marlboros, going to the Memorial Cup 3.
Derek Sanderson at center ice, Williams on the right side, Shack on the left, Dallas Smith with Bobby Orr. Up to center, ran into Hodge, who ducked the Leaf player. Face-off is in the Leaf zone to the right. Number 17 is Fred Stanfield at center ice. McKenzie on one wing, Busick on the other. A shot! Bauer stopped that on the deflection and score! Stanfield. To Shack. Back for Sanderson. They're closing in. He slips it through. Back is dumped line to line. Back for Orr over the blue line. A drop pass to Busick. Busick takes his shot. Bauer takes a whack at it twice. Stanfield is given a shot. Orr over the line. Drop pass to Busick. Over to Stanfield. He took a shot. Rutt stopped it. Another shot. Esposito couldn't get in front of Horton up. Esposito. Orr over the line. Went between Rutt and Horton. Has it in the corner. Back to Busick. Busick right in front to Esposito. He shot it wide. Keon's on the ice. And Stanfield let one go wide. Leafs are still short-handed. The shot is wide. Bobby Orr lets one go, and that's wide. Kept in by Stanfield to Busick. Out in front to Esposito. He's got by Horton. There's going to be a penalty here. Up to center. Shot it into the Leaf zone. Stopped by Bauer. Drake went after it. Lonsbury centered it. Green just missed the corner. It's covered by Keon. It's hooked loose to Teddy Green. There's the shot. It's gone! A deflection! Between the legs of Johnny Bower was Ken Hodge.
Boston goal scored by number 8, Hodge. Assist.
Off now with Pronovo, who gets the draw. Pulford shoots it to the board. Marcel Pronovo fails to get it out. Oh, and a shot goal. Bauer stopped that. McKenzie tried to get the rebound. Pronovo then to Pulford, knocked down by Orr. Another shot. He fanned on it. Esposito a drive, and Bauer caught that. Pulford given a jolt by Shack. Conacher trying to control it. Not out. Here's right in front. Bauer. Shack. Given a shove by Walton. Conacher fell. And he's hit by Orr. He was given a shove by Rupp. Picked off there by number 25, who is Gary Doki. Lost it and came out in front. Orr is given a tilt by Mahowitz. Here's right in front to Keon. A shot. And Johnson stopped that. Keeps it in there. Armstrong. Here's the shot, and Orr fell in front of it. Ellis in the corner, centered it over, is knocked down. Here comes Ellis. A pass to Carlton, over the line, stopped. Off the boards to Walton. Walton closing in with a shot, and there's Bobby Orr stopping another one. He's been stopping them all night, Brian.
Second time in the past minute or so.
Drive. Keon and Craik with Green, stick up high. Here's Mahowitz stealing it for Walton. He couldn't get a shot. Mahowitz, the backhand is wide. Walton centers it. Mahowitz fanned at a shot. He was covered, and they pile in front of that Boston goal. Along with McKenzie. It comes back to Hillman. His shot right in front of Kelsey at the goalpost. Walton is knocked into the boards. Kemkowski in the corner. Shot it to the opposite side. Walton and to Pulford. Back to Horton. Over to Hillman. There's his shot. Right on. Walton shoots. It's made by Johnson again. From him and Keon turn. Up for Mahowitz. Mahowlivich over the line. Breaks through to Keon. Right in on goal. He shoots. And a great save by Johnson. Here's Keon again, getting right in front. Band out. There's the shot, and he missed the corner. A long shot with 9 seconds left. Eddie Johnson missed it, but it was over top of the net. Corey, a pass for Lonsbury, who was hit hard by Ron Ellis, and there goes the bell to end a hard-hitting first period, in which Stanfield scored from Busick and Orr at 2:58.
Johnny Busick has 1 point, so they both are tied once again, leading the scoring parade, both with 34 points.
Boston outshot the Leafs in the first period, 14-9. Carlton steals the puck, gets it back to Horton. Horton shoots right in front for Ellis, and Keon, who goes behind the net, changes his mind, goes into the corner. Right in front for Ellis, and he shot wide. Ellis again tried to center it. Esposito falls. Ellis on top. Keon right in front with a shot, and Johnson stopped it. Carlton is knocked down. Here's right in front, Ellis again to Carlton. Right between his feet. Around for Mahowlivich. Just rifle it out to center ice. Dallas Smith brings it back in for Boston to Shack. Shack gets in front and was turned around and knocked down. He ends up behind Bauer. Sanderson then trying to center it. He gets it to Williams for Shack, and he just missed it. Back for Stanfield to McKenzie, and his shot is wide. Busick shot it around on the boards. Comes back to Green. Here goes his shot right on. The rebound. Busick, a shot, scores! Stanfield from Busick.
Well, Stanfield gets his second goal of the night, his 9th of the season, by being the opportunist. Busick will get the puck in front and feed it to Fred Stanfield here. As Bauer goes down, there's Stanfield to the top of your screen, and there you see him, number 17, getting it by John Bauer.
Covered by Westfall, over for Mahowlivich. He's jammed. Here's a chance for Keon, right in front of Mahowlivich. A shot and a past the open corner. Armstrong hit the side of the net. That's to Horton. He shoots it back in for Keon. Mahowlivich down. Oh, and Johnson made the save. And Pulford. Comes back to Stanley. Into Conacher. A shot deflected by Stankowski right on Johnson. Steps and comes back. Happen over the line. Lets his shot go. A high one. Horton a rebound, and he shot it 10 feet wide. Bruins now have Stanfield. Busick. Up for Stanfield. Over the line. Stanfield centered it, and there was nobody there. Stanfield gets it again. Gets up and flies. Shot it wide. Donovan picks it up to Walton. Walton failed to get away. He's covered by Orry. And Rupp for Ellis. Back for Walton. He shoots. Other side scores. Mike Walton.
Oh, pretty play by Mike Walton. He finished it off beautifully. There's Ellis getting the puck over. Watch the first shot. He can't score on that, but he's there for the rebound. And it's by Johnson. The Leafs finally get on the score sheet. It's a 3-1 hockey game.
For Mike Walton, that's number 15.
Toronto goal scored by number 16, Walton. Assist, number 8, Ellis, and number 4, Rupp. The time.
For Shack, too far. Horton after it. Shack gets in there first. Rolled it right in front, and Bauer grabs a hold of it. On the Pulford stick. Poked it up to center ice. Esposito must have had a check on Pappen, who went for a slide, and there's going to be a penalty there to Pappen for throwing his elbow. All set to go. Sanderson, Shack, and Williams. Goldfield nearly went in front. He did. Sanderson right in front of shot. Oh, and Shack's drive was stopped by Bauer, who just got his glove on.
He thought that was right in the net, and we'll watch it here as Pulford loses the puck. Now watch Shack move in. Get the stick down, Eddie. There it is. Look at that opening. Bauer gets the arm back and down just in time.
Stanley shot it around on the boards, and it's Armstrong. Out to Carlton. Got a breakaway. Oh, and he hit the goal post.
First Armstrong, and then Keon did some great stick handling, but they didn't get their shots away. Watch Keon now circle the net completely as the Bruins try to cover up in front and watch for the loose puck. Armstrong has it and tries to get it back to a teammate, but no success there as the Bruins are able to smother the front of that net.
Milford backhands it, but not out. Stanfield hooked it for Busick. Here's a chance for Stanfield over to, and a shot. Knocked over to the right side. Barton and Stanley. Here's Walton with a shot right from the faceoff. Covered by Gold. Mahowlett gets it loose. Walton is knocked down. Even 2-0, and that's the way the first period ended. On the faceoff, Green gets it out. There goes the bell to end the second period, which Stanfield scored his 9th, the present team. Here's Mike Walton. He breaks through alone, going in with Ellis. There's the shot, score!
Well, that was the most sensational rush of the night. Mike Walton gets his second goal, number 16. Look at this one. This is something to watch as he makes his key play just about now, right through. That's the place to stop it down. Now the shot as Johnson comes way out to block the
Toronto
angle.
goal scored by number 16, Walton,
Johnson,
unassisted.
15 feet out,
The time,
right into the corner.
2:15.
That's an unassisted. After Ellis, Anderson covered Carlton. Hillman, long shot. Johnson stopped it. Here's Key on the rebound. Oh, a great save by Johnson, who just got a stick up. As the Leafs took advantage of a momentary lapse. Here's Eddie Shack a chance. Shoots wide by about 5 feet. Right in front of Sanderson. It is over wide.
In front of Eddie Johnson and Eddie Shack. Watch him have trouble with the puck there. Keon taking that quick shot at Johnson. And it almost dribbled off the stick and into the net.
Right back to Hillman, over to Hort. There's his shot. Mahowlett failed to deflect it. Hillman for Mahowlett. Back for Hillman. Tips it to Mahowlett. He's coming from the side, a shot. Another try, and he shot it back on the net. Here comes to Hort. There's his shot, right on. Hillman failed on his. Drake clears it. Mahowlett and Green were shoving together. Esposito covered by Walton, but on the ice comes Smith for the Bruins, so they're all even now at 5 aside. A shot right on. Green around on the boards for Williams. Stopped by Stanley to Mahowlett. Back for Stamkowski. Stanley behind the net. Right back to Armstrong. He shoots it. Oh, and Stamkowski failed to put it in the open side. Carlton turned and then lost it to Busick. Williams ahead to Stanfield. Finding him in the clear. He shoots. Bauer got a piece of it. And Pronovo tried to hold it. He couldn't. Stanfield right from the side, right in front of him. McKenzie was in the backhand and picked off nicely by Smith, who's playing a very steady game on the Bruin defense. Here's Hodge getting a break. Back to Lonsbury's shot. Bauer waved at it with a stick. Hit by Shack, a shot by Sanderson right on, and a nice save by Bauer. Hodge again to dope. There's another shot, and that just missed the target. Hodge centers it. Esposito a shot. And Bauer gets a hold of it finally as the Bruins really put the pressure on. Gets it away from him, centered it. Here's Marcel Pronovo a shot. The Conacher. They roll it. It's going to score. There'll be no goal.
With his hand. They will not count the goal. Let's watch it as Conacher pushes it in with his hand or lets it roll off his glove into the net. Here it is here. Watch closely. On this shot by Pronovo, as Conacher lines up to the side. Here's the shot. Conacher's hand comes down. You'll see it in a moment. And he pushes it in the direction of Johnson, and somehow or other it rolls into the net. There's the play, and they're not going to count the goal.
Hellman to Stemkowski to Pulford. There's his shot, a high drive, and Johnson got a piece of it. Esposito to Hodge. There's his high drive. Bauer was knocked down. The shot by Esposito went over top of the net. On the face-off. Here's right for the Mahowlich's shot, and that hit a leg. It's right near the side of the net. Smith checked. Keon holds it against the boards. They all pile in. We have 8 seconds left. And Green is hurt.
Oh, he stopped that shot. And it might have been a Well, a key save, of course, because Machowicz really let one fly. Green block.
From the draw, it goes to the corner. Walton gives it to Keon. Keon right in front of him, slice it, he scores!
Play. Armstrong scores as Keon set him up. Here's the play. Into the corner. Walton chases. Keon gets it right here. Watch Armstrong move in. Comes right to his stick and in behind Johnson. It's a tie hockey game. George Armstrong scores at 19:57 of the third period.
Toronto goal scored by number 10, Armstrong.
Center ice. Walton knocks it to the blue line. It goes in. There's the bell. The game is over. And it ends in a 3-3 tie. Boston 3, Toronto 3. And the scoring plays in the final period. Walton on assist.
First star, Fred Stanfield. The second star, Mike Walton. The third star, Frank Machowlivich.